Yo, Inca, you want to come out here? Hey, so this is the third battle that will go up, the third for PPL Stage 2. We fight her now. I mean, this guy's been pretty cool to me. I don't know about you niggas, but this is Grum, bro. Grum and his Philadelphia T-Tars. Pretty interesting team. Very dangerous and very spooky. So, he has 7 Pokemon that can Terra, and that made building a little bit harder, albeit it didn't feel that hard, honestly. So, let's go over it. If you forgot our team, we still have it. It's Palafin, Chi-Yu, Zapdos, King Gambit, Ursaluna, Mew, Umbreon, Chestnut, Fezandipity, and Orthworm. Meanwhile, Grum has Great Tusk, Goldango, Meloetta, Azumarill, Latios, Glamora, Mandibuzz, Probopass, Tauros, Palmot, Brute Bonnet, and Magmar. Pretty good team. Definitely a lot of Mons 12, all 12. And the ones that can Terastallize are kind of funny. Meloetta feels like a really good common denominator for something that would Terra, but then there's 6 other Mons, and realistically, I feel like 4 of them are really, really good Terras. So Mandibuzz, pretty decent, but then it's Probopass. It could be an Iron Defense Body Press set that could be Terra Fighting or really any Terra it wants, and it becomes pretty unstoppable if you don't have its weakness. Tauros is really good just because of Sheer Force plus any move that it can get, boost and plus Life Orb and all that kind of stuff. Palmot, I've been a very big person about Palmot and Terra Electric, so trust and believe, great Pokemon, and also can be whatever Terra type wants to be. Brute Bonnet, I don't like Brute Bonnet a lot. That's mostly because I watch a lot of VGC on Showdown and play it, so it's not great. But hey, I don't know, maybe it's porous. Maybe it could be like Zarude, where being Grass Dark is just the worst thing it could be. But unfortunately, it's not as bulky, but not as fast either. So, and then Magmar. If you saw the second game match, you know that NFEs that can Terra, I still have to take technically seriously. And I did not take seriously Rhydon. And if you know, you fucking know, which you will, because you have watched that battle before this one. It was day 2. This is day 3. So yeah, I gotta take it at least a percentage seriously. So we'll start there. If I'm predicting 6, it's Great Tusk, Goldango, Meloetta. I feel like those 3 are pretty set and solid, pretty good Mons overall. I think we see a bulkier Goldango variant though. Just because, well, even if we don't see it, that would be better. Just because look at our team and look at Goldango. But I don't know. I definitely think that we will see a Azumarill. I think you need a Mon that can just outright Oko Chi-Yu and can also be really good deterrent versus something like Ursaluna and just in general. But he has to deal with the fact that I have Chestnut, so I don't know. I think it's still like Great Tusk, Meloetta, and then like Latios is really good here. Fastest Mon in this matchup that is in Tauros. Really good here. Lamora I feel like is decent here just because my team doesn't exactly want to switch in on Glamora and hazards and such, and getting rid of hazards is kind of optional on my team. So, you know, I don't even think we really can get rid of hazards because I think Zapdos lost Defog, so there is that. So I definitely think it should show up. And then out of all the Terra Pokemon that are down there, the 2 that I think will show up the most, I don't think Mandibuzz is going to Terra. I think it will show up. I think that's completely fine. Look at my team. Look at Mandibuzz. It will be here. If it does Terra, I think you could still stick with Terra Dark or stick with Terra Water if you want to both be good against Palafin and Chi-Yu. And then you're kind of only left with Chestnut, I guess, but you're a flying type, so Terra Water would make a lot of sense. I don't imagine Probopass coming here, but it can. I don't want it to, mostly just because I feel like you're kind of putting yourself in a position where you have to be a certain kind of set, and with my kind of team, moving my camera a little bit here, I don't think Probopass benefits a lot. Tauros and Palmot is really where I'm heading towards. Tauros, once again, fastest Mon out that is Latios is also Tauros. Hits pretty hard if it can at least do what it wants a little bit. it'll be very hard to combat, especially speed-wise. But also, it could just be an Intimidator that can be like Terra Grass for Palafin, or even Terra Water again for Palafin. And then Palmot in general, it's faster than my entire team and hits really hard, and I don't really have good interactions with Electric and Fighting, so we're kind of in a bind there when it comes to fighting that Pokemon. Meloetta is definitely going to be probably there. I feel like Terra Fairy's still fine, but that feels like a default answer to me. So we could see a bunch of Terras out of that thing. I think one of his Mons, if it's not Palmot with Volt Absorb, one of them will be like Terra Ground, because like Great Tusk doesn't want to switch in front of Hurricane, obviously, and I'm pretty prone to making the exact play that you think I'm making, which is I'm going to play what's in front of me until I don't have to anymore. But, you know, it is what it is at this point. Anyways, our team is pretty simple, so let's move this around here and let's talk. So first and foremost, we are bringing Othello, the Orthworm. Grum really likes his Pokemon, and I think it's his favorite Pokemon, I'm pretty sure. So while I do feel bad for making you fight your favorite Pokemon, as I would feel bad for having to fight Cyndaquil and LC, and Mudkip for that fact, it is what it is. So this is one of the funniest sets I've ever built in my life, and I want to let you in on a little secret. It's very fucking dumb. Now, you have to understand from my perspective here that I'm doing this out of necessity and not because I'm trying to troll, okay? So just keep that in mind. Assault Vest Orthworm with Earthquake, Terra Blast, Body Press, and Sand Tomb. You can argue I don't need both Earthquake and Sand Tomb, but hear me out. Okay, listen. This Mon can wall off Great Tusk and can wall off Palmot, which is very important to note because both those Mons are very dangerous into my team. At least, well, I'd say Palmot's more dangerous, but still dangerous into my team are fighting types in general. So, in order to combat this, I went with a Assault Vest, still defensive ass set, where if I get off the Sand Tomb, let's say I get Sand Tomb off onto the Great Tusk, if it's going to sit there and try and fuck with me, I can Terra Fairy, Terra Blast it, and it'll take a lot of fucking damage. Let me tell you why. It has to be some sort of bulk up set in order to really resist me, and personally with Sand Tomb building up and Terra Blast damage, it doesn't get any recovery outside of rest, so it can't really do too much, which is exactly why we're running it. Now, can he run Heavy Slam or a Steel move? Sure, but Orthworm already basically walls off one of Great Tusk's moves, which is ground type moves. It can now eat fairy hits, or now can eat fighting hits with its fairy typing from Terra. Palmot's a little bit harder, only on the basis that Palmot, I'm pretty sure it might get SD. I think both of them might get SD. I don't know. Regardless, they're both still heavy hitters, and Orthworm, being as defensive as it is really good this game. Now that being said, since I did bring this Pokemon, I do have to hope that Sand Tomb hits. Now this is also decent for Glamora. Glamora is not really hitting or hurting us for any amount of damage. It would have to manually be corrosion toxic, and unless it's doing that, it's not doing shit to us, so we can sit in front of that Mon for a little bit. We can either just Earthquake it, but I'm pretty privy to just going for Sand Tomb in this case, and then trapping it, and then killing it. Now obviously, we have our assigned Poison Type and Pheasantipity, but we'll get to there. But Orthworm does a lot of good stuff here. It also helps out a tiny bit with Latios, but not as much as you'd like to think. Body Press is mostly here because I needed a good way to 2-hit KO. I think it's either, it might be Mandibuzz when it roosts, or even just like Probopass and like, not Tauros. But it's still a decent move here. I could change it. This battle is in 4.5 hours, so we'll see. We're not really running. My watch is down there. Anyways, you guys don't care. Orthworm, Othello, good set. We got Mutual, pretty standard name. This is our Calm Mind sweeper. It was gonna be Nasty Plot, but then I was like, we kind of need that Spadef in case of like Specs, Draco, fucking Latios. So here it is. With these investments, I'm pretty sure this is meant to take on, or at least it can take on, things like Mango Spam a little bit better, and Latios being choice specs can definitely be very bad. My glasses are very dirty, and I don't have a fucking lens towel. I work in glasses. I don't have the essential tools. I would have guessed. But the moves are pretty simple and pretty justified. I'm gonna leave that out for a little bit. And the reason is because what ends up happening this matchup is that, yes, I have several pairs of glasses. Is that Mew does a good chunk of damage to everything, and Draining Kiss is very important for just getting off damage into. If we're boosted high enough, we can kill something like Great Tusk, and Psyche's really good into this team just generally. Draining Kiss is good against Mandibuzz, and Earth Power is good for killing Glamora, you know. And we have speed. I think we've done a lot of this crazy shit, and you'll see in a minute. It was basically between Meloetta and Great Tusk, and then like Magmar sort of, and we were kind of like, Magmar shouldn't be here. So we're gonna go speed for Meloetta, and on some mons we could do it for Great Tusk, but I was like, no, it doesn't make sense, just go for the Meloetta. So that's what we're doing here, on this set at least. Depending on its terror, it could be very dangerous. Meloetta is a very good Spadef wall, so we have to be careful there too. So we'll see what happens. The leftovers for sure, and just generally good. Now, as I said, we're going crazy with our stats. Yes, it is time for the Hero King Marth to show his head, and this week he is rocking the Choice Scarf. I don't think I named him Marth in any other game, but shh, don't tell anybody, I told you that. Basically, I found that Latios became very oppressive, and if Grum is going to play the Sucker Punch game with me, we might as well just let him do it by himself, and we will outpace this entire roster. But here's the problem. So 205 is 102, which is 308. So he quite literally has to have Aura Sphere, or he just has to fucking beat the shit out of me. So we cannot physically outpace Palmot, Tauros, and Latios. We could do it for Magmar, but we're kind of not. We're not counting that mon right now. But with that being the case, King Gambit outpaced the rest of this team pretty well, and it hits really hard because Ironhead and Kotao Cleave are basically drum and bass. We have Brick Break in case of non-Terra, just regular vibing out fucking Probopass and technically Tauros. Tauros can't be intimidated this week. If it is, then guess what, chicken butt? We're getting our shit off, and we're going to see what happens. This mon hits really hard, but we just have to be careful because there's a lot of things that get super effective moves, of course. Naming a few, Great Tusk entirely. I'm pretty sure I said Aura Sphere Latios. Whatever fucking Meloetta wants to do with Relic Song bullshit. Superpower like Zoomerald, Glamora, like Earth Power stuff, but even then I don't think it wants to stand in front of us realistically. So just naming a few there. So we just have to be careful, and honestly, Sucker Punch could be the end of my life, or it could be the beginning of a new life. We're likely clicking Kotao Cleave a lot of the time. Not a lot of resist on this team exists. So, and I guess Ironhead too, but we'll be good to go on that. Pheasant Drippity. You might hate this name, but you don't hate it more than me, so shut up. Listen. Alright, leftovers. We're gonna be Black Sludge, but then I was like, damn. What if I want to Terra this instead? So, this is one mon that how do I even begin this story? Okay. So, if we don't Terra Orthworm, which we don't technically have to, Orthworm's a really decent wall because of just in general it can be. Now, does that mean I enjoy having to have Terra Fairy and Sand Tomb? No. But it's not like Fez, where Fez can definitely use this Terra to its best advantage possible. Terra Flying, because now we are avoiding Great Tusk like the devil, and we can Nasty Plug. With that speed, of course, we're still outpacing the Meloetta, and we have enough defenses for, I'm pretty sure it was Great Tusk doing some bullshit to us. And in general, we got off the Nasty Plot, Moonblast and Shadow Ball. There's not a whole lot of resistance on this team, and if we get off a Toxic on one of those mons, that's fantastic. Problem being, Glamora. So we have to kind of play this by ear a little bit, but honestly, it's not that bad. I feel like we will want to Terra this mon the most, but it comes back to what's happening in the situation. Now, of course, that does also mean if we don't Terra Pheasantipity, what does this really do? Poison and Fairy is still really good defensive typing, especially against something like Latios. Great Tusk if it's not spamming ground moves or if it's kind of trying to feel out what's going on. We outpace it, we can Moonblast it, it's Scarf, we die of course. Moonblast is still decent into Mandibuzz. If we get off the Toxic Chain onto that, that'd be great. And in general, hits Palmot for great damage, even though it can do a lot back to us. And we have Roost just for longevity purposes. So this is still a decent mon without Terra, of course, and Shadow Ball obviously for Gholdengo. And we're decently bulky too, so it's not too bad here. It's just that I would prefer to Terra this if the situation called for it and it would be funnier. But I feel like we're going to be tearing Orthworm most likely. Dolphinese is our Zapdos. Zapdos. It's our Palafin. Imagine a Zapdos Dolphin. So remember how in the last battle we were the similar Spadef set, but we were Rindo Berry, not leftovers? Yeah. So this was the first set I built. We are bulk up Spadef Palafin. I don't think anybody could tell me that this is bad here. You could try and fail, but that's okay. The only issue is Azumarill. Again, I think that mon is fantastic and is a great wall, and there's a lot of good walls in this team for this. So things like Magmar, Flame Body, Terra Grass, just generally intimidating Terra Water, Tauros, and Terra Water in general and Grass is really good here against me. But you have to kind of consider that I also have a Zapdos, so it's a mutual experience, you know. Spadef is mostly there for the Latios being able to spam and Meloetta and Gholdengo, but mostly Latios with Soul Dew and such. This mon can win us the game if we get off the bulk up and he has nothing else that can Terra, and his Terra happens to be something kind of ass, which would be fine with me, honestly. So, Dolphinese is really nice here. I feel like we could lead this set and we could scare something out, but it really depends on what he brings. And then obviously I mentioned Zapdos. We got Drill Sergeant. Offensive Zapdos, like why not? Hurricane, Thunderbolt, U-turn, Heat Wave. I feel like I wanted to run Roost and I was kind of like, Lamau, why? So I didn't. This is essentially what could have been our lead, and we have speed for Great Tusk since we don't really care too much for Meloetta on this mon, technically speaking. And logically, we have U-turn just because Volt Switch when it's Terra Ground, Abound, like Mandibuzz, and also like Volt, Absorb, Palmont, and Great Tusk. I know they're Terra Ground Pokemon available too, but U-turn is just better in general. We do enough. We can do 50% to Glamour with Thunderbolt, so that's really the biggest point. Like, it has to be Meteor Beam in order to really do anything to us, and we're not too scared of that. Well, we are scared of Meteor Beam, to be fair, but it has to be Meteor Beam in order to really OHKO us. And if it's not, in Power Gems, we absolutely live the hit, and we can Thunderbolt again, and it will die. And that's very important to note, that Glamour could be a very good lead-in to me, and that's what I want to do. Now, saying all this now to say that we could lead off with King Gambit, take an Earth Power, and then still get the kill afterwards too. We could lead off with Dolphinese and scare the Glamour out. I don't know yet. I'm still thinking about it technically. And this team is pretty final outside of moves, so there's a lot that could change between now and 4.5 hours from now. I might even have to re-record this if I add a new mon. This matchup has been very hard to build for, no cap. So, that's going to do it, though. Thank you guys for watching, and let's get connected with Grum and his Philadelphia T-Tars. All I can tell you is that this originally had Pheasantipity, and now we're bringing Ursaluna.
This is a certified hood classic.
It seems like he did, unless I get a ping soon. It seems like we're all good to go. I'm willing to restart if he did. Yeah, he's dressed like Orthworm, alright. Mandibuzz. That's not a fun Pokemon to be in front of for him. I'm gonna just Thunderbolt, because why wouldn't I, dude? Let me just see here. The mouse is here. Oh, because I put this on screen too, not just on OBS. Okay. Let's see, Avery. I don't have to calc this. I'm not calculating anything. I'm mostly just reminding myself what he brought. He could go into Probopass, I guess. I'm not choiced. I'm Boots. So I'm just gonna Thunderbolt. Oh, okay, neat. Okay, awesome. Yeah, man. Why not? Knocks off my Boots. Okay. Got the paralysis that I wanted anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'll take it. Lace up. Do I Hurricane on Great Tusk? No, right? Well, actually, now that I saw that, let me calc. I think that's just pure, like, max HP. This was a rush and a half to get together for me. That has some amount of SPDEF. I don't know how much, but that's not max SPDEF because... Oh, wait, hold on. Wait a minute. That might be max SPDEF. It's a 95.3 chance to 2-hit KO. I'm not choiced, so I'm just going to do it again. Again, go into whatever you want to go into. I will hit your mons. I don't know how to read that. It's Probo Pass. Okay. He said he's Terra Poison Pass and Terra Flying Mandy, and I'm pretty sure this is just going to do its thing. It's going to have lefties. That makes sense. I'm not afraid of this mon. I don't know what it does. That feels like a lot of these Terra mons, if I'm being honest. Volt Switch, Body Press, Power Gem, Stealth Rock. It gets Magnet Rise. It can be an Iron Defense Body Presser. Yeah, I don't know, dude. What do I even have? I have an Orthworm. If he's Terra Poison, I mean, he hurts my Orthworm if I don't do anything about it. And I have an Ursaluna. And a Palafin. I guess he's going to be that one set that we keep hearing about. The Iron Defense Body Press. So why not? Yep, let's just do it. No, Thunderbolt back. What were you expecting me to go into? That's interesting. 260 down to 206. That's 54 hit points. Let's just make sure I have that. It's no investment. That's fine. I don't know what... I feel like I should keep this relatively healthy for Great Tusk, just for Hurricane purposes as well. But I have Banded Palafin and also that setup Mew. So I feel like we're doing a great job. So I'm just gonna keep Thunderbolting. I don't know what he's up to right now. Because no matter if he Terra Poisons or not, we're gonna keep doing the same amount of damage. And I mean, like, it seems like he's more SPDEF based, so I don't know. Like, dude, I'm just gonna play this all by ear. I don't have anything to say. And like, it's weird to not have music on, I guess, from my end. So let me throw on some Spotify, dude. Let me fucking get jammed. Gonna do that while I wait. I can't wait to edit these. It's gonna be fun. Switches out. That is the Tusk, right? No, that's... Oh, right. He's a Philadelphia fan. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I'm not. I'm a Giants fan. So this hurts a little bit more than you think it does. Hold on. I'm looking for a song. Hold on. I have plenty of time. It would be crazy to play Meet the Grams on a battle that's not that serious. That'd be funny. Could play Money Longer. Play some Big X the Plug. Alright. Draco? Psychic move. Psychic move? So, would I be insane to Brick Break here? Because looking at his team, I might be. Looking at his team, it's nothing wants to switch in on this anymore. I'm Scarf, by the way, on King Gambit, which you will find out from the team builder. The only thing you have to know is that I changed one Pokemon, which is Pheasantipity for Ursaluna, because I'm an idiot. Why didn't I just bring Ursaluna originally? But anyways, Brick Break would be funny as shit. If I Iron Head, that implies I think... What's coming in? I don't know. Is it Probo Pass or is it like a Zoomerl? I feel like it's probably Big Boy. You know who Big Boy is. It's Great Tusk. I needed my blanket. Hold on. Lane Johnson. That is the Mandibuzz again. So is this a Philadelphia team? I'm gonna feel extra proud of beating the shit out of this team now. I'm glad I went back into Zapdos. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Yeah, this is awesome. Hurricane hits everything, and Probopass will take nothing, but if it gets confused, that'd be so lit. Because what do you go into? You're not going into Great Tusk. And you're not well, I'm not Scarfed either, so it doesn't fucking matter. I'm gonna click Hurricane. Fuck it. I like how I told Crep the other day that I was gonna stop running this dumbass move, and I still haven't stopped. I should have Thunderbolted. For context, if you didn't watch yesterday's game, we went 4 for 9 total Hurricanes. They missed 2 of 2, which tells you I hit 4 of 7, which might sound favorable to a lot of you. It is. But I still managed to do that. I don't care anymore. I'm just going to do what I'm doing here. Because he knows I can roost, which puts him in a weirder position. And he also knows I can switch into King Gambit. And because special moves don't trigger debris, he has a little bit of HP. Oh, he's going for Toxic. Okay. He might be Corrosion. Given that interaction, he might just be straight Corrosion, expecting King Gambit to come in. Black Sludge. Okay. I also don't want to U-turn and find out, technically speaking. But I feel like if you're running pure Toxic, you're... No, because you would be expecting this to come in or something. Or even Orthworm at that point. No, that has to be. What am I saying? Okay, so he took like 50 to 48%. What did I calc for exactly? Because I want to know. Oh, I calc for no HP. That explains it. I feel like Zapdos has done everything it needs to do because Latios has a little bit of damage. Mandibuzz is half. Fucking Probopass is damn near half. And Glamora is at half. Yeah, fuck it. Don't think, Avery. Just play. Yeah. I just didn't want fucking whatever the fuck it's called. Fucking T-Spikes up. That's the only thing I didn't want up. Hurricane will kill. So he must have some sort of HP investment, but Hurricane will still kill. Heat Wave is the only thing I shouldn't be clicking. I'm gonna Hurricane on whatever the fuck wants to come in. Yes, I will miss this move, but listen. That's Mandibuzz. So this is all after Philadelphia, people. I really don't like this team no more. Oh, we hit. I don't mind this Mon going down, by the way. This is probably the best total outcome. And it's a 1-for-1, and he has a lot of damage. I don't know why he clipped Glamora, though. Keeping Glamora at such a low percentage is an interesting one. But we'll list down that we died to Glamora at least. I haven't played Kendrick Lamar. I haven't played this song in a long time. Backseat freestyle, man. Turn that up a little bit. Oh shit! Yeah, right. I got a battle. Rocks are up. He doesn't have anything that wants to really fight most of my team. Dolphinese is probably the best option here, unless he goes like a Zoomer or a Latios, I guess. I don't know. Now I'm curious. Is it Dolphinese time? It might be Dolphinese time. If we go Dolphinese, then we hard pivot into Orthello and see what he wants to do. Jordan Davis. That's a Zoomer of Great Tusk. Nothing gets water absorbed on this team, so there's a free flip turn. If he's Helmet, we'll find out now. If he's not, that'll be different. But I think he's definitely going to be like some sort of belly drum set or something weird. It doesn't really matter. Orthworm eats whatever hit it wants to go for. Unless it's like superpower, then we have to be careful on 2 of those. That's defensive enough, though, because I'm banded. Well, I mean, also, Avery, it could just not be defensive, and you could just be stupid. It could just be max HP. Does he really bring Belly Drum here, though? He might. +6 after Rocks on Mew. Aqua Jet will definitely kill. Orthworm will live. That's good to know. I mean, obviously Ursaluna will die. I'm just making sure I have my calcs up, everybody. Depends on where King Gambit's at right now. He'll live. I'm gonna make the play now. I just have to hope he's not BD. Knock off my assault vest. No, you bastard. I needed that actually. That was actually like a gateway drug this game. What do you go into on this? It was Great Tusk. This is by far my favorite set this time around so far. I haven't built for 2 matches, which is the matches the next days, for Thursday and Friday against 2 other coaches, which, you know, you'll find out when those battles go up, obviously. Oh, he's special. Okay. Whatever that means. I didn't bring Iron Head. That's why I was looking at this crazy style. Oof. Am I dumb or what? Nah, you're fine, Avery. You'll be alright. His knockoff Hydro Pump. Fairy Blast is the best move we get to hit this with his max HP. Don't like that option. We'll just Earthquake. I don't really need to Terra Fairy. This is the 2nd week in a row that I've had a Terra that I never clicked or that I didn't care for clicking. You have to hit your next one, so you pray to a god that matters for me. I could have gone for Terra Fairy Blast. I'm just bullshitting right now, bro. I should have just... This is funny. This is a good battle, though. Bullshitting with people is always fun. But that means we're in a banded, scarfed world where this guy doesn't want to be there for it. That actually puts me in prime position to break a fucking Probo Pass. That's actually great. Shut it down? Really? This song? Not during this. Oh, nice Earthquake. And he hits all 3 Hydros. Okay, that's fine. Orthworm did what it wasn't supposed to do, but still got this really low with Sand Tomb and Earthquake, so that's good. No, because what we want to do with this one here, given the rest of his team, we want to get this in against Great Tusk and force him into Probo Pass. Yeah, because all we'd be doing is killing him right here with Psychic. And I don't want Latios to come in, because once Probo Pass switches in, we get off a Calm Mind, then we just Earth Power it and it dies, generally speaking. So I don't want to do this yet. But then if he gets up a Rapid Spin, I could do it now. Knock off, how much is that going to do? Sorry, I have to look over my microphone with my glasses on and everything. Don't worry about that. Wait, oh shit, we don't have time. Yeah. Sure, whatever. Oh, knockoff won't do. It'll do a little bit, yeah. Damn. I mean, if he's adamant, it'll fucking kill us. Which, given that he Hydro Pumped twice, I don't think he's adamant, guys. Because our Orthworm was Assault Vest. He had to be special for that. He might have been Sap, but I don't know. Oh, well, second battle in a row where misclick could ruin me. Don't like that. Oh. Yeah, that could also happen. Yeah, that's special, all right. I shouldn't have done that. I should have done something else, but that's okay. I need to be very careful about clicking on my fucking controller here. We're gonna Draining Kiss in case. Thank you, Mew. That's Assault Vest. But that's okay. Because now it has to go for knockoff. Which, 342 down to 262. It's not a setup threat anymore. It's not anything anymore. I could call Mind again. But I need a Draining Kiss to get back as much health as possible and play this game correctly. So we're going to do that. Because now he's forced to go into Latios after this. No confusion. Yes, sir. Okay. I need to play a little bit better. That's okay. Well, now that he knows I have Draining Kiss, he doesn't know if I have a move for Probopass, but he should expect it. He's not high up, and I'm +1/+1, so I think he dies anyway. But he might just go Latios. If he specs, how much does that do? Draco to 64.4, which is a 211, 250, which is, we're still in range. We're not in range of that, but it's still a lot. Meanwhile, Draining Kiss won't get us back a lot. It'll be basically a net negative. So, well, not a net negative, but it won't be a big positive. I should have just killed him so that he didn't get to see what I was, so that he would go Latios, see that he didn't kill me, and then Soul Do based, if he's timid as well. It does much less. And that would be better if he used Soul Do, so then Draining Kiss will give us more back that'll actually matter. Malata, that is Probopass. Okay. He either tears it or he doesn't. I don't really care which. It's gonna do a lot or it'll kill. I don't know about y'all, but that seems like a Spadef-ish Probopass. Oh, I guess I should have Psychicked, huh? If I thought he was gonna. No, he can't. He has to assume. I made a great play here. Oh, thank God. I made such a good play here, guys. Don't you guys like it whenever I do good things? Of course I had Earth Power. I thought this was gonna come, and I said, you know, it could be Body Press or whatever. I thought it should come, and it did. So that's good. I could have Calm Minded there as well, but I was kind of just like, I'd rather you not Terra and terrorize my team. If I see one more Rock type beat the shit out of me, that has Terra available to it, that's gonna be the worst day of my life again. AJ Brown, that is Latios? Lamora. Sure, why not? I'll take that too. Unless you're going hard into Latios after. I don't know. I'm holding my breath. Because Mandibuzz is dead. I've been confused for 4 turns. And you didn't get a single kick. Bro, Grum, I'm so sorry, bro. But you did alluring voice me. I cannot lie to you, Chief. That's horrible that you didn't get me to hit myself 1 time. But also, OG, come on, bruh. Don't tell me this was the plan, OG. Oh, man. If that was the plan to get me to hit myself, no. If it wasn't and you just had it just in case, good. I don't know, but that's 4 straight turns I was confused for. I forgot that I was confused. I was only looking at it because I saw it and I was like, oh, wow, that's a thing that's happening. When did that happen? Totally forgot about Alluring Voices Umeral. Jeez Louise. Ugh. Jalen Carter. That should be great, Tusk. Does that live Psychic at all? Am I listening to Uzi and fucking Playboy Cardi? I'm good. I should remake this play. I'm sorry for the people who are watching my call. I made it a fucking screen share, not just like the OBS thing, because it usually messes up. So you get to see my Spotify stuff. It's crazy. Maybe I just listen to some gay ass music. Get some of that Ariana Grande on, nigga. Let's go. We killed the Great Tusk. Yeah, that's gonna be G's, honestly. This might be Choice Specs Latios. I don't know what his Latios is though. If it's Specs, then it's just King Gambit wins, but I don't know. It seems like it is Choice though, based on the fact that he went straight for Luster Purge against Triple Dark. Triple Dark. It'd be like that sometimes. He relied on some confusion luck. Let's see how it takes us. Let's see where this takes us next. Because I've been known to fumble games. I am a known fumbler. Shadow Ball. All right. No drop means Draining Kiss. I mean, I didn't think it would be a drop anyway, but I mean, it could have been, and then I would have gone into King Gambit after I died and be like, mustard, you know what I mean? Let's go, my nigga, bro. Assuming that this doesn't kill. No, it did. Well, Grum, I cannot say that you were not correct in our chatter before the game, I think a day ago, before this battle was happening, that something like this could happen, but for one, I'm sorry that Zapdos was a big problem, and I'm also not sorry that I didn't get confused, hexed, but got a W. Regardless, for the fourth day, we play Soul Blaze, so I will see you guys in that game. GG to Grum and his Philadelphia T-Tars. I'm very glad to be the Philadelphia-based team that has my running back that was behind the shittiest offensive line in football. GG's, and talk to you guys next time. Good night, and good luck.